At Mont Saint Michel in Normandy, time seems to stand still. But it was time that was needed for this Gothic structure and its surrounding bay to regain its island-like appearance during certain high tides. It took around 10 years of research and a further 10 years of major structural changes. Every year, more than 2.5 million tourists visit La Merveille.
These works had two aims. Firstly, to make sure the island could once again be what it was during previous centuries. That is, surrounded by the sea and not sand and silt. And secondly, to improve the way we manage tourism.
The first of these great infrastructural changes was the destruction of the old road, which prevented sand and water from circulating freely around the island. It's been replaced by a bridge on stilts that connects to an area of solid ground that becomes submerged at high tide.
If you crossed 10, 20, 30 years ago, you may have come this way by passing over these rocks without realizing it.
Hugo visits the bay several times a day with groups of tourists. He says the structural changes have had somewhat of an impact on his guided tours.
Since the works are finished, the ground level has dropped, the sea is moving faster, and now we have the Quénon passing on each side. We do shorter outings, we adapt to the sea, and we manage to juggle that.
The total amount of this development works, 184 million euros, of which 85 million has been financed by France and 21.5 million euros by the EU's cohesion policy, which took charge of the part of the construction of the dam and its hydraulics. The old dam on the Quénon has now been demolished. The 8 gates of the new structure now regulate the flow between the river and the sea, which meet in the bay.
The old dam was there to limit flooding and marine flooding. The new dam obviously continues to do so, but it will regenerate the hydrological current in the river to erode the sediment. This will remove the sand that accumulated at the base of Mont Saint Michel.
To complete this facelift, there are no longer any huge car parks at the foot of the mount. It can be reached by a free shuttle bus to a point on the bridge, by horse-drawn carriage, or just by foot.
I never get tired of Mont Saint Michel, and I come here very regularly, at least once a month.
Now solitude and isolation can finally return to this beautiful island as it appears to float off the coast of Normandy.